What is presence? To stay in presence. What can stay in presence? Where is presence? Show me presence. At Christmas time we get presents. ENTS. This is ENCE. Presence. How can I find presence? The eye that looks for presence cannot find it, because the eye that looks for something other than what is here cannot abide presence. This eye that looks for presence looks for anything in this world through a name, through an identity, or through a need or a desire, cannot abide that what it finds. Yeah? Because it will lose it. That's why when we look for happiness, it's not that we cannot abide it. This eye that looks for happiness finds it and loves it. I found it. And then very soon afterwards, something comes through a name, an identity, an experience to say it's not. You're no longer happy. Your dog died. How can you be happy? Your wages were cut by £2 per hour. How can you be happy? That what wants to find something other than what is here through a name, an identity, an experience, information, an event, an action, a thought, and a fantasy, imagination, cannot abide what it finds, meaning it will enjoy it for a short period of time, but it cannot stay with it. And therefore it passes. The ego cannot accept life as it is. Cannot accept it. Does not want it. Needs something more. Needs some information. Needs to discover. Needs to be in particular places instead of presence. Needs to be in particular places other than presence. Everything that ego creates through an apparent experience, enhanced, flavoured up, sugared and spiced into something to give it names, are temporary. No one can stay in presence because one is presence. One, the number one, the whole one, infinite, non-dual, all. This moment, this here, this now is presence. And that's you. But when you say you think you're a body that is in presence. That's experiencing the body, finding, discovering presence. The presence that you are has found and discovered your body. You're now living in it. You've taken over this body. Or some may say the body has taken over you. But it's a 50-50 deal. You don't come to the body and say, I'm taking over you. Nor does the body come and say, no, I'm taking over you. It takes place. A meeting that never took place because you're always one. You're appearing as a body alone in the world, but that you are the world and the body as the presence, replicating, um, imitating, acting the presence that you are. Ego. When ego, or this quality of mind that seeks, wants, desires, needs, attaches, associates with, believes, hopes, wants, is gone for a moment, all the greats tell you, Eckhart Tolle, they'll tell you, Papaji, just for one moment, once, 1 nanosecond, that thoughts disappear. This presence comes for 1 nanosecond. You'll see that everything that you have experienced through a mind-based understanding of what you are, thinking mechanism, are apps to that 1 nanosecond. And that 1 nanosecond is not in time. It's infinite one moment. So presence is flat line, always here. That's you. Always here. Yeah? You're looking at yourself, or you're looking at this speaker as something other than flat line. But you're never not flat line. When the body passes, beep, 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 that's you. It's your body, up and down, breathing, existing. And then suddenly something stops. Beep. The flat line does not go away until the machine is taken away and switched off and pronounced, oh, he's dead. No, you're flat line forever. That's presence. You cannot be destroyed. You cannot be anywhere other than here. Presence. Not this seat, not this geographical place. One of the greatest awakening was Papaji and his disciple. This sits in front and he says, how long does it take you to get here? Which mode of transport do you use to get here? Not this place, not Lucknow, he says. To be present. And that beautiful little 5-minute investigation, the disciple rolls about laughing and says, I can't believe it. I've been fooling myself since I known, since I knew about this mind. I always thought that was there and everywhere. And Papaji says that's created stuff from the mind, so that we can try and think we are in control of this world, try and think we can operate this body, try and think we can make something good out of our life. Our life is in perfect hands with no mind. With no mind that fluctuates into past and future. Presence cannot exist, or it cannot appear to exist. It cannot be tasted whilst the mind is in past and future. And ego is past and future. And ego, listen to this statement. I'm in presence. I'm in presence, okay? An ego that created time comes into your thought-based mind and says, oh, you haven't got time for this. You have to you have things to do. Ego creates things. Ego creates time. And anyway, it's boring. Ego creates boredom. Ego creates names, identities, solutions, cures, preventions to all that what is natural. Natural comes first. The rest is an invasion of the mind snatchers. We've heard of the movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but what about invasion of the mind snatchers? The mind snatcher that takes you, your mind, the quality of your mind, out of the game, out of your body, floating around looking at memories of the past and historical comparisons between what's happening in the present with the past. You see, the association of presence and past is still a moving away. It's still a fluctuating away out of presence. And when the politician comes on and says, we're going to do this in 2 years' time, this in 3 years' time, it's a fluctuation of the mind saying, wow, I can imagine that, or I don't want that, you know. So you're not in presence. Presence is the most profound, the most beautiful state. That's you. And you have a mind that can fluctuate into past and future. But we tend not to use this mind in a way that makes us feel happy, contented, trusting, accepting, and faithful. Because in that present moment, that 1 nanosecond, that Eckhart Tolle, Papaji, Muji, Ramana Maharshi, Adyashanti, Gangaji, they all speak about it. In that one moment, when you fall into that present abyss, that void, you see the whole universe for what it is. But if there's expectations, if these words leading to you, I'm going to sit and wait for this void because I'm going to find something, that's an expectation, that's an ego mind. You're already in the void. You already are the void. You already empty, self, whole, omnipotent, omnipresent. You're already unstainable. What is it that you have to find other than that? And Papaji says to the answer on truth, what is truth? That. Nothing other than that. That. Can you discover that? Of course not, because you are that. All is that. The ego says, what does that mean? That what? What quality? What consistency? What size? What shape is that? All is that. That is. Is being that genuine I, the maple, and the phallic symbol, the I, S, the ribbons around the maple. Life generating, emotional, essential love. A swirling like the Sufi. We don't find presence. We look from presence into anything that you want to look into. That's the incredible magnitude of this mind, including ego. Nothing wrong with thinking about the future, memorizing the past. But what loves to be present without an interruption, an interference? You haven't got time. You're bored. You've got a job to do. You've got things to do. There's people requiring your help. Okay. I just wanted to stay at home for a moment. No. Ego says, no home, no home. No home. Past and future only. No, keep looking, keep searching, keep discovering, keep comparing, keep measuring, keep wanting, keep desiring, keep loving, keep looking for happiness, keep looking for joy, keep looking for enlightenment and awakening, keep looking, come on, keep looking, keep seeking, come. No time. And when the looking ceases to exist, when the looking, the thinker disappears, the looker disappears, and there's this presence, and you fall back into the void, and you say, wow, like Papaji says, what a fool I've been. I was always that. Looking, seeking, arise from that I am. Namaste.